Hey there, this is Karlo
This is Aimee.
for Board Game Bickering, and today we would like to talk to you about the latest release from Stonemaier Games, Vantage.
Vantage is an open world cooperative game played between 1 to 6 players where they explore an uncharted planet together and they have to solve puzzles and quests along the way.
So this isn't going to be a full review because we've only played one game, but we'd like to share our first impressions of the game.
That's how excited we were after we played the game.
Yes.
So, what were your first impressions about it?
My first impressions. So everything here, at every step of the way, it's a voyage of discovery. And for each step that you take, you make a decision, and the decision will have consequences, whether good or for bad. It reminds me very much of something that we grew up with back
Which
in
one?
the 80s. Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Yes. So that was one of the things that instantly popped to mind when we were playing the game. One of the other things that I also really enjoyed about it, and it reminds me of a lot of the video games that I like playing, is that the open world aspect of it. So I like playing video games that have an open world aspect where you explore and open up parts of the world to things that you can look at, collect, add to your arsenal. So that's what I really enjoyed about it.
And while she relates it to video games that are open world, I didn't have the same impression because I really don't like open world video games where all you do is walk around. Here it feels much faster paced. Every location that you're at, you have several decisions to make, and something happens. Either you get a boon or you get a curse or whatever.
Right.
But it's never stagnant, and you never have to walk like 15 minutes walking north,
Right.
like in Red Dead Revolver or something like that.
Okay. I don't even know that game. But, it's very different from the worker placement games that we're used to playing because you can't really min-max this. So one of the things that we had to get used to while we were playing the game was how do we do our actions so that it makes sense. But there are different parts of the cards where you'll see, okay, then maybe this action makes sense given that the narrative is written this way or the picture of the card looks like this. So I think that was one of the first things that we decided on our missions. And by the way, we won an epic victory. Yay!
That means we achieved both the mission and
the destiny.
Yes.
And we could have gone on to winning more missions and destinies if we had wanted to, except that, we wanted to be very considerate of the time of our Stonemaier champion, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, thank you, Mark, for letting us play your copy.
Yes. And so another thing, what else were we talking about as we were, going home after the game?
Okay, so one thing that struck me was this is perhaps the most accessible Stonemaier game I've ever played.
Why accessible?
It's not worker placement. So you don't have to know particular mechanics. It's basically a guided storytelling, almost like an RPG, but not quite. Maybe an RPG in a box. I think I can play this with my nieces and nephews and my son, who have never played a worker placement game, and I think they immediately get it.
Right. It's like we said, it's creating your own adventure. It's making your own story. And one of the things that struck us was the endless possibilities for retheming. I'm so sorry. Right away, we were thinking, you know what? This would be a great theme to tack on like the next Vantage if there were going to be any others.
Because Jamie Stegmaier has been very vocal about Vantage being a standalone game. It will not have any expansions apart from bling, apart from accessories. So I think the system of Vantage would work well for many, many different themes.
Like what?
The first thing that came to mind, what if we reverse things? Because in Vantage, you are basically humans who land on an alien planet and you have to explore it, discover things. What if you are aliens who crash on Earth, let's say in the 1100s, and then they have to explore something that's familiar to us as players, but not to aliens. So things will be new. Yeah, something historical, something like that. You mentioned something that might fit well
because
here.
I'm a video gamer. I was a video gamer before I came into board games. The first thing that came to mind was Genshin Impact.
Why? I've never played it. What is that game?
It's an open world theme as well, and the artwork within that game is it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful open world kind of video game, and I thought, this is kind of like if you rethemed it with the Genshin Impact. Oh, I would, Genshin Impact fans would just love it. I would just love it. But of course, that's different. Something else. What else were you thinking?
I was thinking maybe literature like Mark Twain, A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. What if you have someone from the 21st century land in medieval England? It's a fish out of water thing.
Yeah.
You take your main protagonist, you dump them into something unknown, and how do they react to it?
Right. And even steampunk, like a steampunk theme like Fable or something. I think it would lend it well. I think the game itself and its mechanics would lend itself well to all these possible themes later on. And wouldn't that just be exciting? But anyway, so anyway, that's the thing that's what we were kind of talking about on the way back from the game. What else did we think of the game?
In relation to what I said about it being accessible, the game is not, well, from what we experienced in our single adventure last night, it's not a punishing game. Right. You can make decisions which can damage you, but they don't kill you instantly.
And you have ways to get back from it.
You have ways to get back from it. You have ways to sort of recover.
Right.
And I think I lost my train of thought.
So I think overall, the 4 hours that we played this learning game didn't feel like 4 hours at all. It felt more like 1 or 2. Like we were so surprised. It was 4 hours had gone by, and we were so engaged with the game, and we had enjoyed it. There were puzzles involved. What else did we do? Missions, puzzles. It was all very interactive.
Yes. In contrast to a lot of other Stonemaier games like Viticulture or Apiary, player interaction here is at a maximum because you really have to work well. You really have to discuss among yourselves, how are we going to tackle this particular problem? It's just not intuitive for me. I think one of the niggles that I have about this game is, how are you coordinating properly with your teammates when you're hundreds of kilometers apart?
Right.
It didn't feel natural. So I take damage, but someone else absorbs it. So that's something that I didn't particularly like. So it's not a perfect game, but I think the good outweighs the bad.
Definitely, because if we were very engaged during this whole process, I thought that it's a game definitely that deserves a place in your collection. And one of the things I thought in the beginning though was it takes a while to get the flow of the game. So it took us maybe a couple of, I can't say rounds because there are no rounds in this game, but I thought the first 30 minutes or 45 minutes of the game, you were just kind of thinking, the pace was slow and nothing's happening.
Yeah. So sorry, in the first half hour or so, you're sort of groping in the dark because you don't know what the mechanics are. You don't know what the symbol is for. It's great that the box has all of these symbols laid out for you so that it's easy to refer to them. But still, you're still groping in the dark for maybe the first 30 minutes. Yes. And it helps if you have someone who's played the game to help move you along.
Yeah, which was great because we had that for sure.
Yes, we had Mark.
And the only thing I would really love to include or have as an improvement in the game would be an app. I know some of us don't like app-driven games, but I think an app assistant would work well in this game, so that you have a choice between referring to the rule books, and there were several, depending on the type of action you did, along with the number that corresponds to the number that was on your card. And so there were several rule books. I thought that if all of these would have been in an app and you could just type it in or whatever, that would make it so much faster. But
Sorry. I think they were source books.
Source
not
books.
rule books. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So another not an issue. Another thing that I noticed is there's a lot of card management, because every location is a card. Every item is a card. Good thing about it is these cards never outstay their welcome. They are very concise. The information that you need is right there. And unlike the Choose Your Own Adventure game, there is one where all of your card text is in a huge card. It's a wall of text, which is pretty hard to read out loud for the entire length of the game. Here in Vantage, the text is short, and it never outstays its welcome.
Yes, that's right. I thought you said that as well. There's not a whole bunch of text that you need to read, especially since you need to share your location or wherever you are currently with your teammates who don't know where you are, or who may be trying to find you. Depends probably on your mission or your destiny. But we're getting ahead of ourselves there. So, overall,
we loved it. And
what numerical value would you give it from a 1 to 10, 10 being the highest?
I would give it an 8.5.
I would give it the same. I enjoyed it. That's how much I enjoyed it. I think, once we get the game, and we're looking forward to getting it here in the Philippines,
yes,
it will stay in our forever collection.
Until we buy the next one.
Oh, yes.
The
And
next
we hope there will be a reskin of this game. So there you go.
Like you said, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We haven't even enjoyed the game fully, and are already thinking about the next one.
Actually, we're thinking the next game that we have, once we get our own copy, would be, we would just keep on exploring this game. I know it's not supposed to be a campaign type game, but there are ways that you can play it for days, I think.
Yeah, because when we achieved the epic victory last night, we had the option of going on, pushing further across the planet to explore
and
more.
Exploring some more.
Yeah.
And so those are our first thoughts about the game.
Yes, we enjoyed it very much. Thank you, Jamie, for designing it. Lovely game.
Drop us a line what your thoughts are about this game.
Well, I hope we did not divulge any spoilers from what we've been talking about.
I don't think so.
No details, but yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. We are very happy with the game and are looking forward to lugging around a 5-kilo box to our next game session.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so this is Karlo signing off.
This is Aimee for Board Game Bickering.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is Board Game Vickery.